Have you ever heard that you can't invest in real estate because you don't have enough money and interest rates are too high and prices are too high? I'm telling you that all of that is false. I'm going to share with you 3 ways in this video that you can invest in real estate with none of your own money, with high interest rates and everything that's going on in the economy right now. I'm going to share some ways that you can do that. But first, please like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. Please support the channel. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we can get this channel to grow to help other people realize how they can buy properties and buy real estate without any of their own money. So the first method that I want to talk about is the BRRRR method. BRRRR is an acronym. It's BRRRR. BRRRR. The first letter B stands for buy. So this is how you go out and buy a property. I'm going to explain in just a little bit how you do that without your own money. But that's the first part of the acronym. The second thing is the rehab. You want to be able to buy a property, rehab it, fix it up, and then start renting it out. That's the third R. The fourth R is to refinance. You refinance your property and take the money right back out of it. And then on the fifth part, you can reuse that money to go and buy another property. So you can keep on doing this cycle over and over and over again. So that's something really cool about the BRRRR method. But let's talk about how you do it without your own money. With buying, you can actually go and get a hard money loan or a private money loan from your aunt or uncle or mom or dad, or from somebody that you know that has money that wants to make an interest rate. So these loans are going to have some sort of interest rate on it, and it's something that you pay off on the back end when you finish your BRRRR, when you refinance. So you can go, and if you have enough equity, you can actually find some loans that can purchase the entire property, fund the entire rehab, and you still have enough room on the refinance to pay back the rehab, pay back the loan, and pay back all of the interest on top of it, and then maybe even make some money on the back end of it too. So it actually is a pretty magical process, but the catch is that you have to buy correctly. You have to find a property that has enough equity in it to be able to pay off your loan at the end of your refinance. So that's one way to do it. Now, I can't explain everything that goes into the BRRRR in this short video, but there is a really cool book by David Green. It's actually called Buy, Rehab, Rent, Refinance, Repeat. Really good book. It's 330 pages of knowledge on how to do this exact thing, how to find, how to buy, how to rehab, how to do all of these things. So I would recommend it. I'll put the link in the description. You can go and check it out there if you like. And yeah, just a really good book that can help you walk through the process of the BRRRR strategy. So that's our first one. We'll talk about our second one. The second way you can buy a property without any money out of your own pocket is called Subject To. So Subject To, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know a little bit about it already, but Subject To is just when you take over the ownership of somebody's property and keep the loan that is already there in place. So it's subject to the existing mortgage. So many people have bought houses that need to move but they originally bought in like 2020 or 2019 at a time when interest rates were actually really low. When you had interest rates at 2% or 3%, you can actually go in and help these people that need to sell their homes, that don't have a lot of equity in their homes, by taking over their mortgage subject to. And then you can make the payments on those on that property and take ownership of it. And it has a really low interest rate. So this works really well if you want to turn around and rent it, if you want to live in it yourself, or other exit strategies like midterm rental, short-term rental. There's plenty of different strategies that you can invest in by taking over and taking advantage of some of these low interest rates. So go check that out. Subject To. You can even find a mentorship that explains everything with Subject To. Everything that I've learned in that, I've learned from Pace Morby. I'm part of his mentorship. That's his Sub 2 group. In fact, I'll put a link in the description if you want to join the group. Go check it out. It'll be in the description below. There are other ways that you can learn about subject to as well. You can learn it from YouTube videos. Pace obviously has a YouTube channel that's really good about that. I explain it on my videos, and it's becoming a lot more popular now as well. So I would encourage you to go and look at a subject to transaction, because that's a way that you can invest in real estate with $0 out of your own pocket, because you don't have to go out and find another loan. That's how typically real estate transactions have taken place. Is you find a house you want to buy, it has a loan on it, the seller wants to sell it, you go to the bank and you get another loan so that you can pay off the seller's loan. That, but why would you do that? Why would you want to go and just make the bank rich by taking out another loan? There's already one in place, so you can just go and make payments for that loan in lieu of the seller, and take ownership of the property. There's a lot of different nuances around that, but it's something that happens all the time. It's a creative finance strategy. So I would encourage you to go and research a little bit more into that, because that's a way that you can get into real estate investing without any of your own money. Sometimes it might take a little bit of money to get into it, but that's where you can utilize those private money investors as well. Because if you can find something, find private money, say you need to buy this property for, I don't know, $10,000. That's not a ton of money that you have to take from a private money lender. And you can usually take the whatever you're going to make from the rent and pay off or pay interest to the private money lender. Super cool. It's a super cool strategy. So I'd encourage you to check it out. The third strategy, this is very similar to subject to. It's seller finance. So seller finance, very similar to subject to, in the sense that you're making payments to somebody instead of coming up with a big lump sum of cash. But instead of the seller having a mortgage, the seller owns the property free and clear. So this is something that you can agree with the seller to pay him or her more, or rather pay them per month. I don't edit any of my videos yet, so I know this is really rough, but you just pay the seller the purchase price in monthly payments instead of paying everything all up front. So because the seller owns it free and clear, you can actually, instead of going to the bank, turn the seller into the bank. And when the seller is the bank, the seller has an opportunity to make more money as well. So everybody wins in this situation. So you can take ownership of a property. You can negotiate anything with the seller. And it is possible to negotiate $0 down purchase from the seller. And you just make payments to the seller over time. So that is another way that you can take over a real estate or take over a property without a huge payment, without having any money in your own pocket. So then you can actually pay the seller out of the profits that come from whoever is renting it. So that's just kind of it in a nutshell. I mean, I guess I didn't talk about high mortgage rates, but mortgage rates don't matter because you're not taking out a mortgage. You're going straight to the seller, or you're taking over an existing mortgage. So these last two tips are actually, I like them more than the BRRRR strategy, but all three of them will make you money without having to have any money in your own pocket. So those are just some of my tips. I'd encourage you to research more into that. Put in a little bit of sweat equity. If you don't have any money, you can go and find these properties. You can go and do this without having anything, and you could do a plethora of things with them. You can hold them, which is what I like to do. You can wholesale them to people like me who are investing. There's just a lot of ways that these strategies can help sellers, help you, help investors. So yeah, please check it out, and you can check it out in the link below for the sub 2 group. They're really helpful, and yeah, just please like and subscribe and comment. What are some ideas that you like, or some ways that you like to invest in real estate without any money of your own pocket? There's a ton of ways to do this, so I hope that I can learn from you and see more about that. So thanks so much for watching this video. Peace out, everyone. Thanks.